not Leona, but it's the glaringly obvious choice.
Yeah.
Out of what is up and available, I suppose.
Why not Ali for this is? Because you also steal away the Ali from next games.
Yeah, but then you also can't really punish this lane. I feel like you want to get off to a quick start in this one.
Sona.
Wow.
Okay, well, wild curves.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll talk about this for a second because weirdly enough, I've got an unusual amount of history with this champion.
Okay.
It's not really going to be punished by.
And Los Ratones, we know one of those teams who, when they get ahead, they just take over, man. Like it's so hard. Oh, Velia does have to be careful.
Yeah, he's the target of an invade here. Dandem jumped over the grub wall.
Actually, they've just completely sent in. Q comes down. First blood for Bucci. Nice and easy. Dandem gonna get himself a grump as well.
Yes, that early ward placed down by Bucci really ratted Velia out in that one, and because he's taking Ghost on this Gwen, which is pretty standard, doesn't mean you don't have the flash to get away from these early plays, as Baus now might just lose his own flash.
Red buff on Bucci! Able to secure the kill, nice and easy.
Okay.
Terrifically so far. Really, really strong showing. I say that, and then we pan up to Bucci, who is heavily chunked.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened up there because he got a pickaxe on his reset going into that Eclipse most likely.
Reckless has found Bizguard. Bizguard is going to not get caught because it's actually over to Baus, securing a kill onto Bucci. Bizguard now in danger, going low. Reckless will secure the kill with the auto.
Yeah, not the optimal target to get the kill there is a Rakan, but it's a kill nonetheless. And as you saw, also a kill topside, which is absolutely tragic. He had 2 kills. He got
Bucci, really good ward placement, catching up Velia, putting him behind, then getting the solo kill in the top lane. And then suddenly, Los Ratones just answer out with 2 solo kills for themselves. They're now going to transition this into that Chemtech Drake. Grubs aren't even up yet, so there's no response here from Los Ratones. And with the fact that Calm Sky is now roaming with Dandem.
To leverage this Renekton strength early. Like, you want to play for these Grubs here. We'll see if it's able to do it as Bucci's gone in, but again, only level 5.
Got a big chunk, but Baus is continuing to fire away. Baus has that ultimate! Secures himself that feat of strength, secures himself the solo kill, and he doesn't care, man. He's just walking at Dandem and Calm Sky. They have to back off and cool it. This top lane is starting to get a bit scary, and this is when Renekton's meant to be at his best.
Starting to get a bit scary. What side of the map to the top side of the map here to secure those Grubs. DMG won't have anything to do about this one. The real question becomes the threat here. Potential dives on these solo laners. Baus has walked up way too far.
He's got flash, just able to break away from Dandem. Nice little knock up as well, just to send him packing. They do catch onto Bucci here. Bucci just eating a little bit of poke. I say that, the curtain has been called. The shots are coming in. That's 1, that's 2. Here comes the 4th shot. Bucci on the run, has to flash to break away. Meanwhile, Baus could be under some serious threat here. DMG going to be closing in. They've got that knock-up. Baus doesn't have the ultimate. Does try and get himself away, but he's caught inside the misfortune. Knock-up onto multiple people, keeping himself healing with a passive as Bizguard makes his way forward. Fateski's going low. Baus is doing his best to hold on. Is able to get a big chunk of damage out of all of those players and clear the wave. But ultimately, DMG with 4 killing.
They get the kill.
Does have the crescendo available. Not going to throw it down. As it looks like Los Ratones have turned their attention towards this dragon. Dandem's making his way over, though. Baus, not actually in the area. Nemesis, no TP. Not going to be a problem for the side of Los Ratones, though. They're able to secure.
Just Renekton going to operate for the rest of the game. He's already had to pivot. He got a pickaxe in his first recall, and since then he bought Merc Treads, man. He's already had to rush the Merc Treads against the Baus here. It's not looking too hot, as DMG might be trying to contest these Grubs, but it's going to be kind of hairy.
They want to go for it, though. Velia doesn't actually feel like they're up for the fight. I am surprised by that, considering how ahead Los Ratones are, but they're happy just not to coin flip it. They got 5 Grubs. There's no point potentially giving over some kills and losing a lot of your tempo just to secure that sit. So yeah. I don't actually hate this from Los Ratones. I actually think it's quite smart. There's Nemesis just going to steal away the Gromp potentially and keep Bizguard away from that wave underneath his tower. He's able to pick himself a fair few plates here. Got that Bork already.
Can he get
just going to jump away. Yeah, he's got 5 Grubs, man. The dot is massive.
1 second. Yeah, I mean, the reason... Oh, we're going to get engaged, though. Dandem's in trouble.
Yeah, he's able to flash away. Gonna immediately break off. Bizguard actually getting a fair amount of damage down. Throws the ultimate just to reposition. Really nice there. But Velia connects in with the needlework. Now they've got the curtain cool. Bizguard completely protected by the clump of his team. Nice attempt from Los Ratones, but a really solid defense from DMG in response.
It's all happened around the bot side of the map, and this is why Los Ratones dipped from that grub play.
Oh, Crowley.
Okay. Does he go back in? No, I think we're chilling for now. Those are the
No, Bounce.
Bounce. Oh my goodness. The turret flank.
Wait. Oh, forces the flash out of Crowley. Simply chunked already. It's not going to take long for Los Ratones to then widen this gold gap even further. I say that as Baus potentially finds himself in a bit of danger, trying to make a run for it. Is going to look for the knock up onto Calmsky. He's able to evade away from him, and Baus, I think he's just recognized he needs to clear the wave and keep the tower alive, and that's exactly what he's going to do. All of those get picked up. Baus will trade his life out, but again, what's the cost? They lose the Rift Herald. They may even lose their top lane for this. That is a massive chunk on the Bucci. Caught by the ultimate. Reckless has to jump away as the bullet time comes out, and Bucci walks away with 53 HP. The charge of the Herald comes in, though, and that is going to be mid lane tower going exceptionally low. I don't think Calmsky's really got the defense. They're actually going for the old runaround on the Herald here. Just going to make a run.
He's going to try to steal the dragon with it.
No way.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Dandem's in danger. Doesn't get caught by the knockup. Velia has to use the W already. No flash available. He gets caught by the crescendo, and all of the lockdown catches him in place. Velia having a little bit too much fun with that one.
That was an interesting play. That is certainly one of the plays of all time in League of Legends. Not ideal.
We got the Archangels, I guess. That's my one bit of copium there.
Jeez.
So got a lot of mana to work with. Reckless finds a knock up into the double knock up from Nemesis. Deadly Flourish keeps him rooted. Calmsky flashes away into the waiting hands of Crowley as now Dandem's being run down. Caught with another knock up. Double kill for Crowley. Teleport coming in as well from Baus, and Fateski needs to be careful. That is a scary, scary Cho'Gath. It looks like it's just going to back off, and probably wasn't under any threat. It took Bucci as much time to clear a wave as it did for him to reset and walk over. Looks like they're out looking for something onto Velia, though. Has got the needlework and the ghost. Is going to get jumped onto. Jumps over the wall. Throws down that W for a bit of safety. It's going to put a bit of extra damage in. Dandem's actually starting to go a little bit low here. That Snips catching on as Velia ease away. Throws down the ultimate. Dandem now has to flash away. There goes the crescendo. Only hits onto one. The flash from Baus secures the kill. Into the knock-up. Another needlework comes down as they continue to try and put some damage out. Silence onto all four members. Baus finds the knock-up. He needs to clear the way for that. Bullet time is making quick work of him, but Calmsky collects another kill. The Sona is getting fed and no one else.
And the question remains, at what cost? Bot side is getting hammered by Nemesis. The mid tier 2 has now fallen. In
Baus is here.
Solo this. Yeah.
He could, but he's got a smite and a feast now, so it's going to be nigh impossible to steal it. Dandem not even going to think about it at this point. They're going to pick this up. Nice and easy, and Baus, just another stack for him, and he's left to collect the flowers.
Oh man, DMG now. It's all falling apart. It's a tough game for them here. The question is, how do you really...
Got to be close. He literally based and just got a BF sword, so it'll be interesting to see how much gold he actually has. But for now, looks like Los Ratones going to be able to pick up their second dragon. Another good little bit of copium news for DMG fans is Dragon Soul's probably not going to be on the cards this game, and if so, it's a long way away. They've been able to pick up 2 dragons, so they've happily been able to secure themselves for that. The problem is now is just there's an Eclipse, there's a Bloodthirster, and there's a Sona with an Archangels. He is going to be absolutely cutting through those shields, opening up into Nemesis. Deadly Flourish goes wide. Crowley's trying to make a run away, and it looks like Dandem is going to get popped. Nemesis able to secure that kill, and now the curtain has been called. Fateski caught by the knock-up. Nemesis doesn't quite hit on with the Q, but he flashes over. Fateski's going low. Nemesis secures himself one as Bizguard runs away. Caught in the knock-up, though. Nemesis's damage is absolutely brutal here. He gets the triple. He gets the quadra. They might even go for it. Bucci's on the run. Nemesis jumps over the wall. The team are going to continue to chase. There's the Deadly Flourish. In comes Nemesis. It's going to be a Penta, baby. Nemesis with the Penta!
Pentakill for the rat in the mid lane. Nemesis hit that Infinity Edge, hit 3-item spike, and
beautiful from Nemesis. He's just been slowly getting crazy strong this game. Velio actually gets outsmited, but I don't think that really matters too much to him. Doesn't get caught by the Q and misses the snip. Skamsky's coming in. Velio is going to get so much damage down. Sends him packing. He's still got the needlework, and now the double kill for him. Bizgard's trying to make a runaway, flashes over the wall, and Nemesis is there. It's the time for the Gwen to get the triple. Oh my word, Los Ratones looks scary as hell.
That is horrifying to watch, dude. Nemesis just 1v2'd the ADC and mid in that previous team fight, and now Velio's 1v3 as well. That's just not cool, man. It's not cool at all. I think DMG will be happy to see the back of this game.
Mid and bot lane haven't died once this game here for Los Ratones. They've been having an absolute killer performance. Fatesky throws out the bullet time, trying to kill them, not going to get it. The curtain has been called. Bucci will fall, and in jumps Nemesis to secure a double. Down they go. It wouldn't be a Los Ratones game without Baus jumping onto the fountain, but game one in the bag. 25.
He's super potent and powerful, and Tristana in the mid lane to try and secure some early priority to move around the map.
Oh, I was thinking a little bit more tanky, a little bit like Alistar, another deliver, a way to push the rail off, or even stop the poppy.
Wow.
But they're going a different angle today.
I like that
Janna?
angle, actually. Yeah, first of all, it's pretty much only Reckless that we have seen play Janna on more or less regular basis.
Yeah, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I do think, though, I like the philosophy of trying to bring something unique against Los Ratones, because they are just so head and shoulders above everyone else here in the NLC. It's been unique. A level 3 gank from Sejuani will certainly fit that bill.
No.
Here he goes.
Nemesis gets some damage in, doesn't quite get enough auto attacks to reset the W. Has got his jungler in the area. Nemesis still holding on to that flash. There's Dandem flashing forwards. Nemesis able to break away, but the lockdown is there, and Bizgard secures first blood.
Dandem does it again, this early pathing to find himself and his team the advantage. One of the reasons we're really, really close to getting down, but fortunately for DMG and Bizgard, staying alive right there. And because of the invested time top, DMG will be starting up this dragon as well. Though he may be in the area. I think they'll be contesting this one though. Baus!
Yeah, I don't think he's living that one. Tries to take the minion taxi away. Bucci hits level 6. He loses, like, what, 2 minions for that as well? Baus kind of struggling here. As this is pretty typical Los Ratones. They do actually favor grubs over dragon. Especially in this series. Haven't been able to pick up that first dragon at all yet. Grubs have now spawned up. Crowny is rotating towards the top side. I think they've realized that Bucci is rolling Baus in this matchup, as expected, and they want to make sure that they have the right people in the right place. But unfortunately for Baus, 6 is not able to really do much about this, as DMG secured themselves a single grub and run away. As actually it looks like Baus in a little bit of danger here. Has got 6, but the problem is Bucci has ult, so he can just block it. Baus going for the old wraparound. Is just going to look for a taxi away. He's just being a menace.
He is absolutely a menace. He always is. 2 grubs were picked up top here for Los Ratones in the exchange. But then crucially for Dandem was able to actually sneak one away before that all got set up. So don't get 3 grubs. Don't get that nice contribution.
There's the
Here
ult.
we go.
They're going to go in for the knock-up, and everyone gets caught in place. Reckless jives in, finds the lockdown, and Fatesky flashes away. But that is not going to save him long. Veli is the one to secure the kill. Dandem too slow to the play. As Los Ratones able to secure that kill. They'll get a plate here as well for their troubles. And they'll look to back off.
Fatesky crucially as well. Not just dies, but he's missing. He's going to miss. He missed a wave. He will probably... Well, actually, I don't know. We'll see if he can get back in time for this one. Depends how fast Los Ratones can crash it in. But he will be missing out some of this experience here. Which, you know, it really sucks. You don't want to be doing that as an ADC, missing out.
Really easily, so it's going to be a bit of a rough one there for Fatesky. Baus just looking to get a proxy farm on. The problem is Dandem's in the area, so Baus is going to get a Q off. Going to throw the ultimate out and actually make it a 1 versus 1. Ult comes down, though, from the side of Bucci. Baus tries to minion taxi away. He will go down, clears most of the wave, but ultimately, that's his second death of the game. He is definitely in Struggleville, as Reckless potentially setting up a dive here onto Fatesky. Crowny hasn't got his item finished up, but has just a lot of raw AD in his kit right now.
That seems like one of the rare deaths from Baus.
Off the back of this. He hasn't actually been able to really get much for his team. They got a dragon from one of his deaths, But outside of that, it's how much time does Dandom actually want to invest into getting Olaf kills? Well, Bounce is just going to continue to do the same thing. He's now TP'd back to the top side, and Bucci, a little bit slower on that play. Does look like Los Ratones are thinking about making a play here. Bizguard needs to be careful. Shockwave pulls him back in, and down he goes. Nemesis has had a lot of disrespect for Bizguard in this game.
Beautiful. All right. Yeah, that is it, mate. That Shockwave catching Tristana mid-leap. The second death to Nemesis. The second time he's had Flash available while he's died. If this is just a free dragon as well, then DMG will be laughing, but that was close to being a steal from Velia, which would have been criminal as well. For DMG to let Velia get that, that close in too. But that's great, man. 4 kills, 2 dragons. Got a little bit of a goal lead here as well. 11 minutes.
Right now. Does look like Los Ratones are going to answer out with some grubs to themselves, though. As Dandom looking for potential play. Crowny's in the area. I don't think Dandom really wants to make this happen. They have been spotted by Karmsky there, I think, with the Scryers. Secure themselves 2 grubs, make it 4. Happy to give up 2 in response as DMG maybe looking onto Velia here. Velia gets the ult thrown onto him and has to flash the wall. In comes Baus, sends 1 pack in there, continues to chase forwards. Dandom being chased off. He has smite though. No smite available to Los Ratones. Able to trade out as Baus heads back to lane, but he is heavily chunked right now.
I would like to have seen DMG be in position for this grub play. They kind of were a bit sloppy around it, didn't get there in time. Los Ratones, who were right there as it spawned, able to get 2 grubs before DMG even got into the area. Bucci, not gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna full send it for the. No,
he doesn't have ult.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
He doesn't have ult. The problem is Baus can just flash hit wallbang him, and that play suddenly becomes infinitely scarier. So I think he did the smart thing of not full sending it without ultimate. If he had ult, that was an absolute kill. As Bizguard getting a little bit of poking coming in onto him, but Velia's trying his best to hold this one down. The lockdown's going to be enough to kill the Janna though. Trades out 1 for 1 in a 1 versus 3. Velia did their job.
Yeah, is that worth it? Is that worth it for DMG to get a kill onto Olaf though? Is Baus? I don't think
if they can kill Baus. Maybe it will be. He has got himself the flash. Bucci's losing a lot of HP. Baus goes in. Crowley slides in behind us, secures the shutdown. Dandom's going low. Baus gets the Q, but that's not going to be enough for Dandom. Dandom's going down. Another shutdown. It was the Long Kong, baby. They were just funneling gold so Crowley could get the shutdowns.
Now that is definitely worth it. 2 kills onto your ADC, 2-0-1 now for Crowny. Just staying a little bit.
Baus went for a proxy. The problem is he did it over a ward, so Bucci knows exactly where Baus is. Has ultimate to break away, catches him with the undertow. Baus able to clear the wave out, throws down the W for a bit of move speed, gets the slow on a Bucci in response, but Bucci is just continuously running him down, and yeah, that's going to be the kill. Baus is trying to make a run for it. Waits it out beautifully.
Wow.
Sends him packing. Nah, that was criminal, man. How did Bucci get caught?
That timing was actually perfect from Baus. So Valia's getting caught himself.
Has got a little bit of sustain, finds the lockdown. True Shot Barrage goes a little bit wide, but Nemesis is chasing forwards, waiting to see if a W is going to land as Crowny finds some damage onto Fateski. Needs to be careful himself as they're going to continue to chase onto him. Crowny has to flash. Los Ratones getting a little antsy for the fights here, and they're doing it quite scattered.
Very close stuff for DMG. Now, crucially, 3rd dragon on the map. It's sole points.
Baus goes for the wallbang, gets himself caught out, and he is going down for the 4th time this game. Heartbreak for Los Ratones here.
DMG now with that pick, with the option.
DMG seizing the initiative here, and they are turning their attention towards this Rift Herald. Are we seeing God's bleed as Bizguard gets caught by the damage? Shockwave lands in. They find the W, the Seraph's there, and that's going to be the shutdown for Nemesis. Able to break away as Calm Sky finds the lockdown. Nemesis flashes away, but Fateski chasing forward. There's the Janna ultimate to keep them locked in as Nemesis is going low, but the Magnet Storm will pull everybody in, and Crowny secures a kill onto Calm Sky. Dandom's going low. Can Crowny find the shot to finish him up? I don't think he can. This is just going to clear out the wave. Baus died in the middle of that as well. Los Ratones find an answer back, but they're still bleeding on that top lane.
Yeah, it's a 2-1, but sort of kill bot. Fateski.
Oh, Fateski! Not able to get the damage in. Crowny secures the kill. 4-0.
It was worth it. I'd say it was worth it until that death right there. Bucci getting that solo kill bot side, picked up that turret as well. He has now become...
Interesting to see, though, someone finally punish the Baus playstyle, because I feel like so many players and teams haven't really been able to do that. And it hasn't been perfect punishing, let's be fair, as in comes the ultimate, actually, on to Olaf. He's trying to kill up Velia, but Nemesis is able to finish him up. Baus just runs in with a steadfast presence and watches the person who's been causing him so much grief this game go down.
This is the difference between Los Ratones and other teams. When Los Ratones attack that monster side lane, what did DMG get out of this? What did they achieve on the rest of the map? Nothing. It was just a free kill. It was just a free 300 gold for the Rats, plus control over the Dragon as it spawned. When Los Ratones get attacked, when their strong side laner, when Baus gets focused, Los Ratones take everything. They take so much on the map. They punish you for that. It's something that the other teams here in the NLC do not execute very well. Bucci with all that attention. Something had to happen there, man.
This is finished up. In fact, this actually might be enough to upgrade the W now. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played like this build on Kai'Sa.
I think that's enough between.
Yeah, it should be.
Those two. I think.
Yeah, because you get a bit of AP in Gwynsu's as well. To be fair.
Bad at the end of the day here for DMG at all.
Yeah, I think they'll be very happy with that one, Velia. Just gonna look for a little bit of an annoyance onto Dandem, who does get caught. Knock-up lands onto Velia. Is maybe their opportunity to jump onto him. He's thrown the Q down, so the Arcane Smash is there. Reckless, no Magnet Storm. Velia, no ultimate as well. Bucci jumps in, and now we're going to see that Olaf trying to do some work. Reckless can flash away. Doesn't want to begin to kill up, but Crownie may be in danger. Faceke's going to flash forward. They try and keep the threat damage up over there. I can't see what's going on because we're moving back towards top. Reckless is so low. Oof. Can he go down? Are we going to see him finally die today? Reckless breaks away with the W as Kamska chases forward. Faceski finds himself the kill. Reckless is finally slain. Baus is making his way over. Crownie has no abilities to keep himself going. There comes the ultimate from the Pop. He's going to try and turn the numbers around. That might not be the perfect play, but they're going to turn it as now Dandem's going low. Crownie is chasing forwards. It's a double kill on to Nemesis. Make it a triple. Somehow, Los Ratones stay in that fight.
Kicking Faceski out with the Poppy ultimate was big right there. Faceski's missed a Q. Nemesis does have a chance to bring him down, but Bucci in the mid lane was able to pick up that tier 1. But Los Ratones start up Nash in real time. We've seen them do Nash right here, and I think he's got absolutely no response for DMG. Bizcard was dead, so I'm not quite sure what's... This is the replay again.
Pretty scary. Can they be locked down? Dandem is seeing if an opportunity is there to jump in onto Crownie. They're going to summon the Herald here. Someone needs to go deal with Bucci, though, in that bot side. As charges coming out from Herald, Nemesis needs to be careful because he could get caught by that ultimate. Isn't going to get himself caught yet. Dandem will finally be seen by the sapling as Dandem jumps forwards, gets caught by the Arcane Smash. There's going to be the ultimate onto Velia. Velia throws down his ultimate in response as in comes Bucci. That Magnet Storm is not going to do anything. They're going to try and find some damage, but in comes Crownie. Can they get the kill? They take out Reckless. They take out no one else. Baus is coming on the flank, though. Velia still alive. Dandem low HP. Can Baus actually find an opening for his team? Bucci gets some damage in onto Baus, but Baus able to break away. DMG are firing on all cylinders versus Los Ratones here.
It is a return, the turret for a kill. Topside is just going to fall by itself, as we see in the pit. Thank you very much for showing us that one. Yeah, it's a toughie right here. Dragon has spawned, but the health bars on DMG, I think, are too low to really get involved here. Crownie's going in for the kill on Bucci.
Yeah, he's looking for him. Does get hit by the shockwave, and that's going to chunk him so heavily. He's still slowed. In jumps Nemesis. He's trying for the tidy up. Can't find the kill onto Bizguard. The pop comes through. The shield will keep him alive. That was unbelievably close. If he didn't shield, he was going down.
But is it enough to do anything sexy here? Baus is playing with fire right now, and he is burned. Those 7-degree burns right there. That was reckless. That was like a toddler at a firework festival. I'm not sure what that was about. But fair enough, Baus, mate. You distracted them.
For him to come in and then mop up.
Ooh, yeah, no, I agree fully. In these team fights, Nemesis has mostly been the cleanup crew, which is great for Tristana.
She's here.
Resets.
She's got ultimate. They're going to look for the damage. I don't think that's on. Magnustorm lands onto multiple people. In comes Baus. Interrupted with his ultimate. Crowny goes golden for the moment. Nemesis chases forward. They're going to try and break away, but that's not going to be enough. Baus, buddy bot forward. Face key secures the shutdown onto Crowny, as that's going to be Nemesis who gets a kill in response. It's a double kill once again for Nemesis. Wallbang comes in. The triple's going to be there for Nemesis, although Bucci almost kills Nemesis in response. They left him alone, unsupervised.
And they almost got burnt, but he stays alive for now. Able to retreat as well and pick up all those flowers. That has to be from Civilization.
Okay.
Yeah, he's... Yeah, it's not a good piece of lore at all. And
I'm sure...
no other champions reference him at all.
I'm sure one of the 4 Shaco mains can tell us.
Shaco has quite a lot of mains. You'd be surprised. Crazy champion.
The only one I can name is Pinkwad. That is the only Shaco player I can name.
Saying you'd upgrade an item, but it was just...
Oh, I forgot what they're called.
Yeah,
I'm really bad with the new ones.
I have no idea what the new boots are called.
It was like, do you remember the older Orn items? Like, all had their own names?
Yeah.
Now they're just Masterworks.
Initialize was complaining about this as well, but we're going to get the fire here.
Velia. He's going to put the lockdown in, and then Nemesis jumps forward. That's going to be so much Nemesis! Oh, Nemesis goes down! They do answer out with Bucci, and Crowny's on tidy up duty this time around. Los Ratones secure a triple kill onto their ADC. Bizguard is the only one left standing, and Baus is just being a menace. Going to clear out the wave, shove it in. I don't think this Orianna is going to be able to deal with all of Los Ratones making their way forward. The death timers are too long. He's trying to clear the wave. He's trying to save the day, but he is going to get bot back onto the fountain. Baus sends him back. Oh, I've never seen one that close. It takes forever to get there. Baus just going to wallbang him back onto the fountain. Nexus will fall. Baus will fall as well, as is standard here for Los Ratones. It was a longer game, and DMG actually look like they've got some serious